I won't put ISM, and I look like I've been in a knife fight. So, welcome back to Saturday Suck. I asked last week in my last bench update, would you guys and girls like to see a mid-build update? So here it is. The resounding answer was yes, which is great. Thanks for all the feedback and the comments. As always appreciated. So we're here today. So we're working on the Tamiya NSX, which I don't have my box ready, but I'll grab it while I'm talking and pretend it was ready. It's been coming along quite well. I've not quite got as much of it done that I would have liked to, but I have made good progress. So that's the kit, if you remember from last week. We started off by getting all the bodywork together, which was a bit of a pain. It's an older kit. It's not that old though, but it's a pain to put together. There's a lot of little fiddly parts to get in there, and you've really got to pay attention to those instructions for the build process. So if you have got the kit and you are going to build it, seriously go through those instructions and have a good read and figure it out for yourself. I left the rear bumper off because it's easier, because that's sprayed green all on its own. There's two little scoops that go on the side skirts. They need to stay off. They still need painting, but they need to stay off so you can paint it black, get the decals down, and then put it on top. And the front bumper, oh my god, what a nightmare to mask. It really is. So I'll show you some pictures and we'll have a little talk through as we go. So this is all the body assembled, all glued together in its separate components. And basically we primed it in UMP white primer, and then we painted the front bumper section in Tamiya TS26 decanted and sprayed through the airbrush. This then needs masking off, as you'll see in the next picture. As you see, we've got all the components there. We've got the wheels, the spoiler, two components for the spoiler, which need to be kept separate and masked and sprayed as well, which you'll see in a little bit. We've got the mirrors and the two scoops out the side as well. So that was left overnight and then masked the next day. So we masked off the white stripe that goes on the front bumper. And then we completely covered that because that can stay covered. That stays white for the whole process. We then sprayed the green, Tamiya TS35 Park green, on the side skirts, the wheels, the front bumper, so on and so forth. That front bumper in those little intakes, and oh, absolute nightmare to mask, it really was. And the other thing to leave off those little front canard wing bits off the front as well. They stay off until the car's fully painted as well, ready for 2K. After that green was painted, we then masked that off as according to the instructions, and we sprayed the Tamiya TS14 gloss black. In the meantime, the spoiler was painted white, and we then painted that in the TS36 fluorescent red. Beautiful colour, very, very weird when it's decanted. It's like a clear red, but lays down nice into really nice vibrant colour. And that's where we were at with that. I then spent the entire day decaling it. Old Tamiya glossy thick decals, which, oh my god, drove me insane. I very nearly gave up at one point because they were just being a nightmare. I managed to get them all down, really, no issues at all. And it's starting to look good now, but they take some work. If you are building a kit, take your time, let your microset and sole do their job, and do not touch those decals with solver set until you're happy they're exactly where you want them and they're all set in place, because the salt is bad enough at setting them. The solver set just melts them. That's what you want, but you don't want to be touching it afterwards. And that brings us to where we are today. So what we'll do, I've 2K'd it this morning. I've got a very quick video, not showing the entire process, just a little bit of it, and then the results at the end of spraying it, and I'm going to go look at it and see what it looks like in the spray booth. Now, I'm doing it over there, so I'm going to bring it over here, because I only sprayed it 45 minutes ago, and I want to keep it as close to where I keep them in the drawer for now. So let's have a look at this quick video 2K'ing. It's not a how-to, it's just a very quick video of me 2K'ing it this morning. I'll speed up most of it, and then let's have a look and see what it's looking like now. Okay, so we're in the spray booth. This is where we're looking now. This has had 1 tack coat and 3 wet coats. I had a feeling it was going to need it because of the thickness of the decals. Otherwise, the 2K clear doesn't quite cover the decals. And you can see the demarcation of the decal around the body, but it's looking good. The rear boot lid's going to need a little bit of polishing, got a little bit of dust and a tiny bit of orange peel, but for the most of it, it's looking really good. I've actually filmed this part once already. Sat here saying, thought it was going to need 3, but it didn't, only needed 2. And then looked at some parts and thought, yeah, it does. So stopped filming, set everything back up, and sprayed another coat. You get about half an hour to add a 3rd coat if you want to. That's what they reckon. And then you've got to let it cure, wet sand it, and reshoot it all from scratch again. But I checked this at about 25 minutes and decided, yeah, I want to give that another coat. So it's not quite fully dust dry yet, so I'm going to pop it back in its drawer out of the way safely. I've got the spoiler sprayed up as well in that really nice fluorescent TS36. I can go over there. And we've got the lower tray, because this is another part that needs spraying up, because this sits at the back like so, underneath the rear bumper. So that's all glossed and ready to go too, as to our wing mirrors. So I'm going to pop all these out the way because they have all been freshly glossed and I don't want to risk any damage, so bear with me 1 second. It's always good to have somewhere safe to put them out the way, and I've got this nice drawer that is literally dedicated for that purpose. So very happy with that. We've also got the rims are all painted and decaled up. I've stopped 2K on my rims. Just think they look a bit odd. So I've got a nice semi-gloss shine there, and that will do me. They've been the dry, slightly damp, wet transfers, as you want to call them, from Tamiya. The kit supply ones have been applied, and we painted the centres in Tamiya clear blue. These were set in place once they were on. If you know the dry transfer things, I'll show them a bench, my techniques guide, how they're applied next video or one after, but I will show them going down. They are tricky, they're a pain in the backside, and I do have decal replacements, but sadly not for Bridgestone Potenzas. So they were put on as per the instructions, then set with some setting solution, and I brushed over some Testors dull coat just to mat it in. So they're all done, and all the engine is assembled as much as it can be, and then it needs spraying in metal paints, X18, and we've got the chrome rocker covers that have been masked off and sprayed black in the centre. And that's where we're at. I was hoping to be a little bit further along. The decaling took quite a bit, as did the paint job, and so on and so forth, but that's where we're at. Now, quick thing about the 2K. I've been on the fence on how to use this, and the original way I did it was following instructions from the eBay seller, who stated exactly what I showed in my Subaru video, which was a tack coat with no thinner, wait 10-15 minutes, then a wet coat with 5% thinner, wait 10-15 minutes, and then another wet coat with 10% thinner in, so reducing it down as you go. Now, I found the safety data sheet for this, and a technical data sheet, and it stated 1 wet tack coat, 1 wet coat. Tried it on the truck, wasn't happy with it, gone back to this way, and I think it works a lot better. So we're literally doing it the way the Subaru, ignoring the other advice I've given about 1 wet coat, 1 tack coat. Give it a good tack coat, semi-wet, thinner 5%, give it a wet coat, thinner 10%, give it another wet coat. Have a look after about 20 minutes. If you've got nice decals, you'll be fine. If they're thicker ones, you may just need another wet coat at the end, because otherwise you'll see nice smooth glossy surface and then a ridge where the decal is, and that's what you want to avoid. So that's it. The other thing I started doing as well is actually Matt. Again, my friend, yes you Matt, Mr. Matthias Rex. It's something I mean to try for a long time. It was straining paint, and I never got round to doing it at all. And Matt bought some of these off eBay. They're about £5 for 50 of them, and they are mesh 190 micron strainers. So basically you run any paint through that, and any particles, any crap or whatever, it stays in a strainer and you get nice clean paint. Tried it with our primer, not worth doing. That stuff sprays absolutely brilliant on its own. Tamiya primer, if you decant it, worth doing. Mr. Surfacer, worth doing. The Tamra TS sprays, again, worth doing, 100%. And I've been doing the 2K as well, and I'm getting less crap in the finish. So it's worth doing for the price of what? Well, about 10p each or something. It's worth a go. You just literally, I mix it all in the cup like normal, get another cup, strain it through, job done, throw that away. And I can say 50 of them for £5. It's not the most expensive thing in the world, but nice and easy to find. Remember, I'll put the link in the video, but I've only just started using these, and that was after the Subaru video. So I'm getting good results. I think I'm getting slightly better results for a little outlay. So well, look. There we go. Just another thing as well, because this just literally came in my cave as I finished doing my other bit. I got this from my little boy as well. Saw somebody on Facebook posting about these. Are the Revel, what are they called? They're the Easy Kits? I don't even know what they are. No idea. It's a Camaro ZL1 from Revel. And basically, it is a glued together kit, but it's very, very simple, as you can see. So my little boy James is 4, so he can help me build this. We're not going to paint it because it's actually a very nice finished body, as you can see. But it'd be a good little build for both of us. So next week I'll build this with him, and I'll show him all the bench updates. Or he can actually, he can come and join me, and we'll have a look. So yeah, £2.99 at Home Bargains if you're in the UK. And yeah, like I say, I would have showed it in the face to camera bit, but it literally, Hannah found it and brought it in just after that. So James is very excited, and yeah, we'll have fun building that. So I'll update about that in the next bench update. James can join me and we'll have a little chat about it. And there we are. So let's go back to me. So there we go. That thing's looking really good. It's safe back in its drawer and it's staying there. So the engine needs spraying up next. Then we get onto all the running gear and get going. But my next stage today is film the next Subaru video because it's due out tomorrow, and I filmed nothing yet. But to be honest, I've not got much that's going to take a lot of work. I'm going to polish the body up a little bit. I've got to mask off the window rubbers. We're going to mask off the windows themselves, paint up the lights, and hopefully get the mesh in all the grills as well. And that'll take us through to the next part, which will be finishing off, which is fantastic. So there we go. So hopefully 12 o'clock tomorrow. It might be a little bit late, but I'm hoping. Going to get up early, get it all edited. I'm going to film today, get it edited tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be all on schedule as usual. So there we go. So thanks for watching this bench update, and hope you enjoyed my suck. And yeah, I do look like I've been slashed. 2 of my respirators been, I've had it on for about an hour in it, and it's left an indentation on my face right there. And it looks like I've been in a knife fight. But hey, okay. So as usual, check out International Scale Model Facebook page and forum. Check out my Paul ISM page. I broke 1,500 subs this week. Then shared my K to a couple of busy pages and got another 130 odd overnight, which is great. Check out the Modern Hangout group for Off Air Hangouts. If you want to come join us, come and have a laugh and a chat with us. Just need a webcam, a mic, and a Google Plus account. Check out the Live the Bench page for our Friday night live show. Every Friday night, 7:30 UK, 8:30 Europe, 1:30 Central US. And of course, check out umpretail.com. Myself and Lee's business promotion at the minute. You spend over £55, you get a free retro kit minion sent to you. And they're worth about £9, so not a bad little offer. And we've got all sorts on there. We just had a Tamiya restock as well. So loads of new Tamiya stuff on there. Loads of new kits as well. So head on over there and have a look. And there we go. As always, leave any comments. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Sub to the channel if you're not already subbed. And have a look back through our videos. There's loads of videos on there covering all sorts of stuff. Not just cars. I used to build armour and aircraft as well. Go back a bit. There are builds and some stuff over there. But leave a comment. I reply to every comment now. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I do appreciate all the feedback we get. So there we go. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye bye.